Nick, nice top. It's looking pretty tight. How do you at the moment?
Yeah, it's actually Andrew Gaff's top. I stole it out of his locker. Club's pretty stingy with his shirt sometimes, so I've taken too many and they don't have any big sizes left, so got the extra small on at the moment. Gaffy won't like that, but I'll wash it for him.
How's the body? You looked a bit sore at times yesterday.
Yeah, as Kerry said, pulled up pretty sore day after a game, but I was pretty sore coming back off that 2-week break I had. It's frustrating watching, especially when your team loses the week before. And coming back, I was happy to be back out there, but at times I think I came off a few times because I was a little bit sore, but more precautionary than anything with my hamstrings especially. So, but pulling up sore, but no sorer than most weeks.
Having a good rub for about 10-15 minutes, and at one stage then you went forward, and Coxie came off cramped, and you stayed forward. So it must have been really an issue throughout the game for you. No,
not really an issue. I was just probably more, as I said, more precautionary. You don't get many chances like that to get rubs all the time, so I was pretty happy to get that. But yeah, when Coxie went down, I was a bit worried for a second. But I think, yeah, as you said, he just had cramp. So no, we were both right. Just every time I came to the bench, I made sure I got a rub, and then yeah, I was pretty lucky to go and sit up forward and kick a few goals as well.
Confident won't affect you this week. You'll be one game under your belt will allow you to play out properly.
Yeah, to see how we go on the track this week. But I'm pretty confident I'm back in the team, seeing as though I didn't do anything wrong in the game by whoosh. Yeah, so I'm pretty confident we'll be out there and looking forward to it as well.
With Kennedy still out, it seems like a good balance when Cox is up forward and you're in the ruck. Is that how you see it at the moment?
Yeah, I think our ruck coach and our midfield coach Burnsy has put that pressure on us to go and have an impact up forward. Especially with I think our 3 leading goal kickers last year out with long-term injuries, we've got to have a bigger impact. So yeah, we've gone forward and had that impact as well. And as you saw on the weekend, Coxie, I think he kicked 5. So if we can keep that going until those boys come back, it'll hold us in good stead.
You share it. Is it 50-50? Rucking forward, or is it more sort of Coxie spends more time forward and you more time in the ruck?
I think it's meant to be 50-50, but it depends how you're going. If Coxie's feeling fresh, he won't move out of the ruck. I'm the same as well. If I'm going all right in the middle, he'll tell me to take the tap and then he'll come and ruck after that. So I think on the weekend Coxie was kicking a few goals, so I just left him down there because he was pretty dominant down there. So yeah, we just weigh it up when we can change and catch the opposition out. Yeah, we change in that sense, yeah.
What are your thoughts, Nick, about Sandylands? Are you at that stage now? You know how to handle Sandylands, or what's your plan?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I always love versing Big Sandy. Because he's a big challenge. He's a big guy. I remember my first derby in my first year. I was a little skinny bloke and I was crapping myself in the middle, I guess. Coming up against a big guy, 120 kilos and 211 centimetres, whatever he is. I knew all his dimensions by that stage because I had it all running through my head. And the derby's such a big thing in Perth. Going up here as well, you know how much of a build-up it was. But I think now I've watched him a fair bit and played against him enough, and having Coxie alongside as well has built my confidence. So I'm ready to go, and I look forward to versing him and Zach Clark as well. He's come a long way, so it should be a good matchup.
You back yourself in as a midfield group, don't you, to basically win the ball, not to nullify a position?
Yeah, we do. We're pretty confident when we go in there. We get pretty dirty when we do lose a tap. The boys let us know as well. Coxie and I, if we lose a tap, they'll be swearing at us and carrying on. Even if we just lose one of them. So we put the pressure on ourselves as well. We don't want to lose a tap, but it does happen. So, but we go in there looking to win every stoppage and clear it pretty well. So, yeah, we'll be doing the same this weekend.
And just a word on Wush, obviously he's breaking the coaching record this weekend. How influential has he been for your career?
Yeah, massive. Wush has been probably the best thing for most of us young guys at the club. He's someone that you can approach and go to when you're struggling. I've been through the losses and that with him. My first couple of years, and now he's starting to win. But the good thing about Wush is he's stuck to his vision and stayed the same. So he doesn't change week to week with Wush. He wants the same thing every week, and if you don't deliver, he'll let you know. And if you are, he'll let you know as well. So he's been real good, Wush.
Was he one of your heroes growing up? Or?
I was a bit too young. I was only 3 or 4 when Wush was playing. But yeah, I have seen his tapes. I love Wush and the way he went about it. He was a hard man. So that's probably why we've got a lot of respect for him as a playing group. And we go out there and demand the most out of each other, because we're always reminded of how Woosh played and how he went about it, and everyone's aware of it as well. So we feel if we're not doing everything at that intensity, and then we're not doing the right thing. So Woosh has been a massive influence for us.
What advice was he giving you when you were trying to find your way in the games in the early stages?
Probably just to stick to it. He said, I guess a lot of people always say bigger guys take a bit of time to develop, but Woosh never really went down that path. He just said, if you really want it, you've got to give it your all and do the extras at training. Been pretty lucky with the younger guys of the group, like guys like Scott Selwood, who led the way, Tom Swift as well, who do stay behind training and do a fair bit extra, recoveries or handballing. I set up the bins at training and tap the ball for half an hour, 40 minutes extra now, just to keep improving. Never be satisfied with where you're at. And our older guys are pretty good at that as well. They're never satisfied with where they're at, so they're looking to improve. Coxie, if you come to training, he stands and he has shots from the boundary and that, or around the 50, 4 or 5 times after each training session. So they all add up, and you kick the 4 or 5 on the weekend. So we're always looking to improve, and Woosh has helped that as well.
Is he a big motivator in the way he talks to you, or is it more just do the job?
Yeah, he is. I guess when I first came down to the club, you see Woosh on TV, you see him as this big, scary figure. He doesn't look like he's smiling too often, and when he does smile, he does still look scary. But he's someone that brings you in, and you're drawn to him, and when he does talk, you're just focused into making eye contact with him, and you listen to every word he says, so you take it all in, and you just buy into what he says. I guess sometimes when guys talk to you, you might just listen, or you might just hear and not really listen. But when Woosh is talking, you listen to every word he says, and it does motivate you. And then every now and then his clips will come up on the big screen, on all the YouTube clips, and you just have a look at it, and Barry would know. And when he's smashed a few blokes, it just inspires you and makes you want to go out there, and just makes you enjoy footy.
Nick, what was your memories coming to a derby when you were younger as a fan?
Yeah, I only came to one. I used to watch most of them on TV. It was hard to get a ticket to the derby, as it still is these days. I can't get some of my family and friends to the games. It was always a good experience. Every time I came, they seemed to fight though. So I watched it on TV. They were fighting. I didn't know what was going on. I was relatively new to the game as well. I didn't know what was going on, why it was such a big thing. But then I slowly realised, and it was the biggest thing ever. I used to love the Eagles and watch them, and just to see them out there every week in the derbies was something I'd make it a big day at home and then watch, make everyone be quiet. If rugby or something was on TV, they'd have to turn it off because the derby was on. So it's something I enjoy every time we go out there. But in saying that, it's just another game to us. Now that we're playing, we just want to win.
So who's got the better midfield, Nick? I mean, they've got young players.
Put this on Nick.
Yeah. Why is your midfield going to be better on the weekend, do you think?
Both got pretty good midfields. As you said, we are both pretty young, but I guess our midfielders are developing pretty quickly, as Kerry touched on. Guys like Scott Selwood, Luke Shuey, and Gaffey and that are racking up the numbers and doing well, and they've improved pretty quickly over the last 2 or 3 years. So it'll be a good battle in there. They've got a lot of pace in there as well. Guys like Hilly in that who will try and break us open. But we look forward to it. It's going to be a big challenge for everyone around the ground. They come off a pretty big loss on the weekend, and they'll be fired up. And we're just looking forward to playing them.
Kerry's downplayed his form. Do you agree that he's been, I don't know what the word he used, ordinary or average?
That's just Kerry for you. That's good. That's what I was talking about. The boys are pretty humble, even the older guys. They don't get carried away with their form, but Kerry's had a real good start, as everyone knows, I guess. He's been pretty influential to us young guys as well, especially the midfielders like Shuey and Scott Selwood. I'm sure he realises it, but if he doesn't, us younger boys definitely do. Having him back out there's been a pretty big motivator for us, and it just lifts the team as well.
Rugby League State of Origin Wednesday. Would you like to see come back in the AFL? Would you like to play for WA?
Oh, I'd love it. I always speak to the guys who are around the club still who used to play in it, and they reckon it was the biggest thing when they were around. But it'd be difficult to see some of your your teammates and that playing at different teams, and you wouldn't want to hurt them. So it'll be interesting to see how that works out. But it'll be something, if the AFL allows it, everyone will put their hand up to playing it, I guess.
Yeah, well, you would play against Shuey or Gaff or something like that, wouldn't you?
Yeah, so I guess there'll be times where I'd tap the ball down to them, but you can't help that. But no, it'd be awesome. I guess you hear a few stories of the guys playing, as they say, back in the old days. It wasn't too long ago though. But no, it's something I'd love to do and and be a part of.
Who miss out, you, Cox or Sandwich?
I'm sure they can fit us all in. I'll play down back.